Now at 5, police in Belgium still hunting for the third suspect in yesterday's bombings at a Brussels airport and subway station.
And our coverage of a local pain doctor being taken into custody continues tonight. Hear from some of his former patients. First at 5 starts now.
You're watching coverage you can count on. This is News Channel 15's First at 5.
Good evening. That Fort Wayne pain doctor is facing charges. He's accused of overprescribing drugs to patients.
We have team coverage for you tonight. News Channel 15's Angelica Robinson talked with some of Dr. Michael Cozzi's patients. She joins us now with more on that. Angelica.
Yes, I talked with two people who received care from Dr. Cozzi and had two very different experiences. Deborah Burns says she started seeing Dr. Michael Cozzi to help ease chronic pain caused by bone disease.
I could go in there and ask for any kind of medicine I wanted, and he would give it to me.
Burns says Cozzi was her doctor for 11 years. During that time, she was taking at least 16 different pain medicines a day, including Percocets and Oxycontin. She says he was abusive, both verbally and sexually. But it didn't matter because at that point, she was addicted to the drugs.
The Oxycontin. Because when I took that, I was higher than a kite. I couldn't care in the world. People could spit on me, people could hit me, and I still wouldn't care.
Dave Pakongi, on the other hand, is shocked by the recent allegations against the doctor.
He's worked with me as far as keeping me out of pain and in comfort, but not to the point where I ever felt like I was in danger of being overly medicated. Pakongi describes him as a straight shooter who tells it like it is. Some people may take him as abrasive, verbally abusive. No, he's a doctor that's a no-nonsense doctor. He doesn't believe Cozzi did anything wrong. I hope everything is cleared up, the truth comes out, and I really feel that people will see Dr. Cozzi for who he is. I think he's a real upstanding gentleman. As for Burns, she says she stopped seeing Dr. Cozzi last November, and that's the last time she's had Oxycontin.
But it's hard because after I was on those medications for 11 years, it's hard to come down off of them, and it really is.
Now, Deborah has since found another pain doctor. Dave says he doesn't know what he's going to do if these allegations turn out to be true. In Studio 15, Angelica Robinson, News Channel 15.
If the allegations are true, the Allen County Health Commissioner says Dr. Cozzi is the exception to doctors around the area.
But how do they find that balance of prescribing? News Channel 15's Gina Glaros continues our team coverage from our newsroom. Gina?
Brett and Heather, the Allen County Health Commissioner says there is a clear line, but with pressure that patients put on doctors, it's not always an easy one. She calls opioid use the most consequential public health issue of this time. Yesterday's news is a step back.
I think he's a disappointment and an embarrassment to the medical community. If the allegations prove to be true, he's an embarrassment to the medical community. Most doctors do not practice like that. Unfortunately, though, when you have even one doctor like this prescribing so untethered, so out of control, the impact on this community is going to be huge.
Dr. Deborah McMahon says hundreds, if not thousands of people are now without a doctor since Dr. Michael Cozzi's arrest.
To prescribe medicines to which they are addicted. This is a crisis.
Many of them are former patients of Dr. William Hedrick, also accused of overprescribing.
Not knowing he was kind of a buffer who absorbed a lot of those patients from when Dr. Hedrick was put out of practice. I don't think there's anybody now that's going to be able to absorb these patients, so I'm very concerned.
The medical, mental health, and law enforcement communities will meet in the next few days to see if they can develop a strategy to minimize this negative impact.
There is no way we will not feel this for probably months to years to come, the impact of this one person prescribing outside the guidelines.
Dr. McMahon says when it comes to overprescribing,
doctors are part of it, no doubt, but so are the patients, so's the government, so's the insurance company, so's Medicaid. And so let's all put our big boy pants on, come to the table, and now find a way to solve this problem.
She says the line, though, is clear. The Medical Licensing Board set evidence-based guidelines in 2013.
They're the law. There is no reason why you shouldn't be following those guidelines, period.
We will have a list of those guidelines on our website, wayne.com. We're live in the newsroom. Gina Glaros, News Channel 15.
Tomorrow morning, Dr. Cozzi will be fighting to keep his medical license. The Medical Licensing Board is meeting at 8:30 to talk about suspending the license. If that happens, it'll be suspended for at least 90 days until the AG's office finishes its investigation. We will be in Indianapolis for that meeting. Look for updates at noon, 5, and 6.
In an effort to fight the opioid problem in our community, the health department released some new videos today. They include health department officials, law enforcement officers, and family members affected by drug use. Back in January, we were there as they started filming the videos. If you would like to see them, you can find them on the Allen County Health Department's website.
The Fort Wayne Police Department is using lasers in the fight against drugs. Some new technology making things easier for police to test drugs on site. With so many different types of illegal drugs, it's important for police to know what they're dealing with right away. This machine uses lasers and gives officers results within minutes.
For us, we really need to know what we're buying, what we're seizing, what we're seeing, and it shows us trends. And gives us a much better picture in the community of what's really going on. So having immediate access to not only what the substance is, in this case, in this substance, cocaine-based, but whether it's fentanyl or heroin, that those day-to-day trends, that real-time information really benefits us.
Police say they use the device a dozen or more times a day.
Another warm day is in store for us tomorrow, but some rain is on the way.
Got to find out the timeline on that, so let's check in with Nicholas right now. How's it looking?
Well, once we get toward daybreak, the rain's going to be here. It starts to creep in overnight. We've had these slight chances during the day today, but all the rain has ended up north of us. And as a result, we've been able to stay pretty warm around here. Extra sunshine today gave our high temperatures a boost into the upper 60s. We're at 63 degrees now with breezy southerly winds at 20 miles per hour. You can see the rain and snow streaming by to the north of us while we remain simply with a scattering of clouds outside. Temperatures tonight will be falling out of the 60s and into the 50s, so overall a mild overnight period for us. 62 at 6 o'clock by 9, 57, 56 at midnight, then 54 at 6 tomorrow morning. As we get up and going, those rain chances will be on the rise. I'll continue to track that rain for you and let you know just when to expect it, and I'll talk about the colder air that will follow it for Friday.
Thank you, Nicholas. The city of Brussels is still an active crime scene as authorities look for the suspects connected to the bombing attacks.
Police are looking for a man who was able to slip away during the chaos. CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti is in Brussels with more on the investigation.
A diverse crowd gathered in central Brussels beside a makeshift memorial to the bombing victims. A day after the attacks at the city's airport and rail station killed at least 31 and injured more than 250, the city's spirit is unbroken.
We'll get through this. It can be stronger.
Daniel Palumbo and Dina Ferraraccio are visiting from Buffalo, New York. They left the rail station yesterday about 20 minutes before the bombing.
I think we need to be patient, give it some time, and when the airport opens, we need to look at leaving then.
Belgian authorities believe at least 4 men are responsible for carrying out Tuesday's attack. 3 of them died after detonating bombs.
They include Ibrahim El-Bakraoui, seen in the middle of this airport surveillance picture with another man in black, who also died. El-Bakraoui's brother, Khalid, died in the blast at the subway station. A prosecutor says a laptop found in a trash bin is believed to contain Ibrahim's will, in which he says he is hunted everywhere and no longer safe. Police are looking for the third man in the photo who fled the scene. For Brussels, this is a day of reverence and defiance. Ferraraccio compared it to post 9/11.
We're part of history. This is part of history.
A history no one wants repeated. Jonathan Vigliotti, CBS News, Brussels, Belgium.
Governor Mike Pence was in Fort Wayne today to sign a bill. We'll tell you what that bill is and what it means for Northeast Indiana.
Plus, prosecuting people can be difficult. That's why the Allen County prosecutor doesn't rush things. When First at 5 continues, hear from Karen Richards and the man who is still waiting for justice for his little girl.
Coverage you can count on continues with Heather Herron and Brett Thomas.
Homicide cases can be open for months, sometimes years, leaving victims' families in limbo, waiting for answers and closure.
In a 15 Finds Out special report, Alyssa Ivinson discovered getting a conviction in court is more complicated than you might think.
Case closed. Justice served. Police and prosecutors want to be able to say that after a homicide, but getting there can be full of roadblocks. 15 Finds Out sat down with the Allen County prosecutor. She says sometimes trying to get a conviction in a homicide can be frustrating. Before she can file charges, Karen Richards says she needs to make sure she can prove her case beyond a reasonable doubt in court. That means sometimes waiting for more evidence to surface or witnesses to be willing to testify. Sometimes authorities know who committed the crime, but can't take them to court.
Word on the street is such and such did so and so. But if you don't have anybody that will come forward and testify, and if you don't have any physical or scientific evidence backing that up, you're pretty much stuck. And we hear that all the time.
Something should have happened. Somebody should have been arrested. If it was just one person, that one person may have told on everybody else.
While Leroy Allison understands the difficulties police and prosecutors have sometimes, it doesn't make it less frustrating for him as he fights to find justice for his daughter, Alana. She was caught in the crossfire of a shootout between rival groups last summer. Tonight at 6, we take a closer look at both sides of the frustrations and difficulties waiting for an arrest. Alyssa Ivinson, News Channel 15.
Fort Wayne police hope you can help them identify a robbery suspect. Here's a look at the man. Police say last week he walked into the North Clinton Street Marathon, jumped onto the counter, and demanded money. If you recognize him, call Crime Stoppers at 436-STOP.
A wanted sex offender in Allen County is in an Oregon jail tonight after going on a multi-state robbery spree. Police say Stanley Osborne headed west when he found out there was a warrant for his arrest. He has suspected of crimes in Indiana, Illinois, Oklahoma, and Arizona. Police finally found him in a stolen vehicle in Klamath County, Oregon. Osborne will eventually be brought back to Allen County to face charges.
Governor Mike Pence was in Fort Wayne today signing the road funding bill. Not only will that help our area, but another part of the bill will affect all of Northeast Indiana. The Regional Cities Initiative was lumped into the bill so that it would pass the General Assembly. That means $42 million will be available to Northeast Indiana for various projects.
There's a new place in Allen County to deal with recycling and solid waste. Bun Box cut the ribbon at the new facility on Ardmore Avenue. The 18-acre processing center can deal with concrete, metal, and solid waste. It's a local company that is now officially open Monday through Saturday.
I heard so many people today, Nicholas, excited about the warmth and the sunshine, but it's short-lived.
It is short-lived. If you've noticed already, the clouds have thickened up and the rain chances are increasing. We have that to talk about in your forecast after the break.
Coverage you can count on continues with Chief Meteorologist Nicholas Ferreri's live Doppler 15 Fury forecast.
I begin tonight with a big greeting to all of my new friends at Deer Ridge Elementary. I saw the second graders there today, and there were lots of smiling faces because they told me all about the sunny and warm recess that they had. But boy, the tide has turned, the clouds have increased, and it's a gloomy view that we have from our Parkview Field camera. The sky looks threatening and rain is on the way. However, the chance over the next few hours of seeing that rain is low. Later tonight into tomorrow, these chances will really ramp on up. Our current temperature, 63 degrees. Still breezy outside. The clouds haven't cooled us down much because we have so much warm air in place thanks to the southerly and southwesterly breezes we've been experiencing. Right now, a southerly wind at 20 miles per hour, and we still have a couple of windy days ahead of us. Temperatures starting to fall into the 50s to the north, 56 in Warsaw, 58 in LaGrange, 57 in Angola and Bryan, 64 though in Huntington, and 63 in Bluffton and Decatur. No rain locally on our live Doppler 15 Fury storm tracker view, but you don't have to go too far to see precipitation. Rain and snow spotted up to the north of us with clouds firmly in place here. This is a system that's just kind of parked in this direction. About 24 hours ago, it seemed feasible that some of these raindrops would show up in our area, but that didn't happen. It all developed to the north, and we were the beneficiaries. We had extra peaks of sunshine during the day, and that gave our temperatures that boost into the upper 60s. But look what happens. This system extends all the way off to the west into Nebraska and Colorado, and there's cold air here because all of this blue, it is snow. So what I'm watching is what will develop in this area. Of course, this entire system tracks eastward, and that just means our rain chances here are going to be getting higher and higher, and we're going to see that rain move in here on Futurecast. For the most part, though, this is going to be all rain, too warm for snow here. As we get up and going tomorrow, we see some scattered rain around the area. At first, it's light in intensity, but as we get to mid to late morning tomorrow, that's when the intensity will really pick up. Here at 9 tomorrow morning, pockets of heavy rain spotted to the northwest of Fort Wayne, and some thunderstorms are possible for the area. Could have this thunder and lightning throughout the afternoon, ending by evening. At 1 o'clock, some of the heaviest rain from Angola down through Fort Wayne, even farther to the south to Marion and Hartford City. By 5 o'clock tomorrow night, just some scattered lingering rain showers around, and we'll deal with a lingering raindrop or two late Thursday night into early Friday. Friday morning, still just a few raindrops. In some spots, it may be even cold enough to see a snowflake or two, but none of that would accumulate, wouldn't be a big impact maker as you're out and about. Then during the day on Friday, conditions will be dry. For tomorrow, 59 at 9 in the morning, 60 at noon, and 62 at 3 o'clock. 62 will be the day's high, and you can see the winds stay strong tomorrow from the southwest, gusting up to 30 miles per hour. On our Friday, we're noticeably colder behind tomorrow's rain and thunderstorms. Friday's high only 44. Saturday, 58. Easter Sunday, 64. A slight chance of a little rain there still. Monday, some rain possible, 48, and then we'll warm into the middle of next week. Back to the 60s by next Wednesday.
All right, thank you so much, Nicholas.
Coming up on First at 5, she was born with little chance of survival. Now little Addison is getting the chance to experience life in a new way thanks to a local company.
Coverage you can count on continues with Heather Herron and Brett Thomas.
Giving away a $20,000 to $25,000 patio may not seem like the best business plan, but a local company calls it a no-brainer.
Partnering with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, Rayburn Construction made that generous gift today to a very special Fort Wayne girl. News Channel 15's Sarah Wagner has more in tonight's Story for Your Well-Being.
2 trailers line this north side neighborhood cul-de-sac.
It's right on the money.
Responsible for bringing all of the tools and supplies needed for this 3-season room.
Basically trying to create a new world for Addison to step into and enjoy the outdoors.
Past this backyard and inside this home lives 2 almost 3-year-old Addison Hauser.
She's our gift from God.
This toddler's got the whole world in her hands. Pretty amazing when you realize she shouldn't have had a world to begin with.
She's defeated all of the odds because she was supposed to be stillborn.
Doctors didn't expect Addison to make it out of the womb, let alone celebrate her 3rd birthday this Sunday.
We did not make those choices. She made the choices to be here. She was breathing on her own with no help.
That determination key to overcoming each and every obstacle life's brought her way.
She has oculoauriculofrontal nasal syndrome.
Her condition makes it difficult to do many things most toddlers take for granted, like playing outside.
The breeze was too much for her trach to handle. The sunlight was too heavy for her eyes.
This simple room making a major difference.
Pretty much her life, her first 3 years has been going to the car, going to Riley, going to Grandma's for occasional visits, getting out of the car, getting into the house, and basically living here. So this is going to give her a whole nother space.
There are only 30 documented cases like Addison's around the world.
She's a lot of care 24/7. I sleep on a couch in the other room. I don't leave her from one floor to the other.
Those requirements hardly qualify her as a burden, but rather life's biggest blessing.
We don't know what tomorrow brings. We look at it as, gosh, we have another day. Right. We have another month. We got 3 years.
As you can see, Addie and her family are already enjoying this 3-season room. After working all day long, Rayburn Construction finished this patio just about an hour ago. Now Addie will be able to use it for physical and occupational therapy, and most importantly, playing with friends. Reporting live from Addison's backyard, Sarah Wagner, News Channel 15.
Great day to be out there. It's partly sunny. It's going to give way, though, to a dreary Thursday. Nicholas is back after the break with a final look at the forecast.
All right, so in our 7-day forecast, we're tracking rain and thunderstorms for tomorrow. 62 will be our high. The best chance that these rain and thunderstorms will come from morning into the afternoon. By evening, our rain chances decrease and it all exits. Then by Friday, we're colder. We have more clouds around, though, 44 the high. Saturday, 58, partly cloudy. Sunday for Easter, 64. Slight chance at rain, then more rain chances next Monday.
Okay, thank you, Nicholas.
Can't tell if that bunny's happy or very angry.
Oh, no, he's happy.
All right. Let's see back at 6.